Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carl Mengers. This is Aaron Burns. We are WRME Live.
And
February episode 231, February 16th, 2024. The year is quickly getting away.
And we got volume. We're good.
You know, we went out for Valentine's. Well, we go out every Wednesday night and eat at Texas
I was
Roadhouse.
going to say, you go out every
It's great.
Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night.
Don't make it
But
sound like it was special.
This time it happened to fall on Valentine's
Yes, there
Day.
you
So
go.
we got there a half hour early because we knew it was going to be crowded. And we're sitting there, and all these young couples, you know, you can tell, or even so many people that, you know, don't really have extra money.
Right.
This is their big deal, you know. And we remember when we got to go out to eat for Valentine's Day when we were young and poor.
Right.
And it was a big deal, you know. And here we are every Wednesday. We go and chow down. It was great, but we had a good Valentine's Day just watching everybody else. And then watching lots of people leave mad
People
because
watching.
it was a 2-hour wait. You know, it was crazy.
That cut into your card playing then.
Do what now?
That cut into your card playing time.
Yeah, well, no, we did. We got there early. We got there early before the crowd and before Dia was even off work. So, yeah,
Oh,
we're
so
good.
y'all got there and saved
Yeah, I
tables.
said,
So
well,
when she
there's
got
going to be
there,
a lot of people here, so we got there early. Yeah. All right. I want to talk a little bit about frustration with title companies and timing. When I
frustration.
line out the timing, I sit down on every closing that I have or every contract I have and I build a timeline. And, you know, we've got sellers in Colorado in very remote areas.
right?
So I told the title company, you know, we have to have all of this done by February 5th
Yep.
because it takes, this is funny, it takes 3 days for overnight express mail to get there.
Let's explain that everything is not overnight.
That's not.
In
And
the
FedEx
US.
doesn't even deliver there. Okay, it's that remote.
Yes.
Okay. And so I said, we got to have everything by February 5th. Of course they don't have it. So on the 10th, I'm like, we gotta. Okay, we finally got everything on the 15th.
Yep.
We were supposed to close on the 14th, but surprisingly we don't have everything
Yep.
because they waited. And normally most title companies are great. But and I sent them email after email, and I know I'm going to go there today, and I'm going to talk to them a little bit because I got to deliver docs because we're still a week away from closing on something that was supposed to close on Valentine's Day.
Right.
You know, it's just not that I'm being a pain in the ass, but when we set timelines, it's for a reason.
Well, and
Okay,
we
it's
have,
for their benefit as well as ours.
well, also in the contracts, we have time frames in the contracts too that are legally binding, and to expand those contracted timelines. So if we
Well,
say we have 14
A
days,
buyer can walk.
yeah,
You know.
both sides have to agree to expand these time frames. So to extend a closing, both sides have to agree to it. And
Yep.
if you have more than one seller, more than one buyer, especially on commercial deals
Yes.
or
absolutely.
investor deals or anything that
With
it's,
lawyers involved
Yes.
and just all kinds
you have to
of
have
stuff.
more than two parties, a buyer and a seller, agreeing to it. So it's more than just your normal residential where you
In
have
this commercial deal, there's 11 different pieces of the pie that have to be melded together. That's why we needed to start it much earlier.
right.
Okay, so that's my bitch for today. Okay.
And you even have that sometimes with residentials when
Right.
you have an LLC or an investment or, you know, any party like that involved.
I'm amazed at how many people
Or
do not
divorce.
have their LLC paperwork. You know, oh, I've got it somewhere, or you know.
Well,
we
not
have to
everybody
have
like
that.
me. My LLC is just me, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
But your LLCs are more than just you, so you
Right.
have to have that paperwork in place.
Right.
Not everybody, pretty much like mine, runs as a sole proprietorship because that's just me. But not everybody's are like that, and people that run it where there's more than one person don't have their paperwork in place,
Right. Well, that's such important paperwork.
and it's crazy.
It is very important paperwork. Okay. Oh, look at that. We're live. Now if I could just
And
get
I-
to shut up.
I hear you in your ear.
Um,
Oh, now you're gonna.
now I'm
Pay
going to charge
for
a
us.
Visa card to it. Okay. Home inspections.
Another
know,
important thing that can make or break
And
a
we've
deal.
got some great home inspectors.
We do. Just like
and
we got
it's
great
frustrating when we're working. A buyer gets to choose their home inspector.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when we're selling a property, and they bring, you know, Joe Doke's a home inspection out, and they're Mickey Mouse. I mean, we choose our inspectors because we respect their decisions, and they're
Yes.
very professional about everything. They don't scare the buyers to death. You know, so
And that's the
I'm
worst
give a
thing.
shout out to Josh. Right.
Yes.
There. I mean, he's one of my favorite
And the
inspectors.
other one we used the last time when he wasn't available, Abraham or whatever his
Mm-hmm.
name is. He's really good. We have a bunch of good ones,
Yeah.
so not just Josh, but
But
we have a
and
bunch
it's
of good
just-
ones.
What's funny is when you run across one that's so half-ass, you're like, I feel sorry for these buyers.
Or they scare
Yeah.
him,
Yeah, they scare
or
them
they
to
kill a
death.
deal,
Right.
especially or roofers, or havoc people, or foundation companies, termite companies. I
Right.
can name a bunch of things that could make or break a deal. It's important. And note that your realtor, you do not have to use who your realtor tells you to. There's companies out there that say they just schedule stuff. You have a say in who you use.
Yep, absolutely.
We can recommend, if you come in and we can say, hey, we have this list here, or we can get you a quote, but you don't have to use who we tell you to.
And don't use your Uncle Larry. It's just nuts. Okay, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've got 3 houses for sale right now, and we've got some great buyers. And I tell you, being a good buyer will get you a better deal. I mean, when it comes to repairs, if we've got good buyers that are easy to get along with, I'll go above and beyond.
And
I'll make sure that everything's more than what they expect on a TRR.
And having a great agent.
Yeah, and agents on the other side are critical. If you're talking to your agent and your agent is even remotely adversarial, I think you need to be looking for another agent, because it's going to cost you some deals, especially right now. I mean, the market's kind of tight. There's a lot of stuff for sale right now. The market's moving pretty good.
Because any real estate deal, I want Carl to get everything he wants, but he understands that in every transaction it's giving and taking. You got to give a little sometimes to get what you want, and unfortunately you're not going to walk away with your complete magic number you want.
It'd be great.
We know this, but sometimes it is. Sometimes
Right.
you walk in and you walk away with everything you wanted. But how often does that realistically
Well, I
happen?
just love going to a closing where everybody is so happy.
And that's part of it.
That is exciting. That makes real estate fun. Okay, and I mean, you've got clients that are like friends forever.
Yeah.
Well, that's this commercial deal here. I've become so ingrained with their family. I know everything about them. They trust me on everything, and I'm
Right.
able to handle everything. And we've got them far more money for their land because they understand that when I bring them a deal and I'm talking a certain way, that okay, we trust your judgment. Let's go this route, and we've got more money than what they originally wanted.
Well, and I try to tell my clients, the thing I want to do is make both sides feel like they walk away and they got the best deal they could get.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's happy. I want both
Seller
sides
needs
happy.
to get as much money as they can. The buyer needs to buy it for the best price they can. But in the meantime, that little space in there where we really, really work, keeping it all smooth, that makes everything. That's when you go to closing and you don't have to hide the knives from anybody.
I don't want anybody to walk away and feel like they got screwed over. For sure. I mean, sometimes no matter what we do, a deal's going to break up. Somebody's going to feel like they did get screwed over. Sometimes that just happens. I hate when that happens, but it happens. It's life. It's real estate. It just happens. But the goal is for that not to happen. And if it gets to that point, sometimes we just got to bust a deal and walk away.
Right? Start again.
It's not a good fit.
Yeah.
Start again. There's a better deal out there.
Mm-hmm. All right. You got anything else to talk about today?
No.
All right. Well, I tell you what. I guess we're going to wrap this up. We are WRME Live. Weckert Real. I keep saying that.
Don't say that.
We are
Bad
Main
word.
Edge, where we do real life real estate every day. Come see us.
Bye, guys.